Hello friends, so welcome to this lecture on limitations of using storage account key for authorization. Remember in the previous lecture we discussed about a couple of methods we use to access data within the storage account for authorization requests and all those things. So before digging further or having deep dive into shared access signature keys that okay why should we be using it, we need to understand that okay there are certain limitations with the storage account keys. So just to give you a quick recap, remember whenever you create a storage account in the previous lectures we have discussed, Azure generates 5 to 1 bit storage account access keys, right? And those keys used to authorize access to your storage account via shared key. We discussed about primary key, secondary key, and you can rotate or regenerate the keys and Microsoft recommends to do that. But there are certain limitations associated with the storage account keys, and that is the reason that we should use storage account shared access signature keys, which are like service level, account level, to provide a granular access to the resources within the storage account. So before we dig deep into the shared access signature keys, we need to know the limitations. See, we discussed previously as well that okay, storage account keys give complete access to the data within the storage accounts. Let's say if you when you create a storage account and provide the access to the user, it provides a kind of a blanket access to the resources like queue storage, table storage within the storage account, which is not good. So with the storage account, you'll not be able to provide a granular level access to the resources. And now let's say you created the storage account and you have given the storage account keys to a developer, and let's say that developer has left the organization, and in tomorrow there is a requirement you need to regenerate the keys, and the keys were with the developer, so in that case it could impact your application. The other thing is, like discuss, storage account keys cannot be used to provide temporary access for certain period of time, which you can provide with the shared access signature key. You can provide the start time and time, but with the storage account, that privilege is not there. And the other thing is, storage account keys cannot be used to provide access to few services like just to blobs or queues or tables. But with the shared access signature keys, you can provide access to one or more services, like we discussed about service levels as can provide access to one resource, maybe queue, table, or blob. But with the account, you can provide access to more services. So remember, whenever you create a storage account, the storage account key is similar to the root password of your storage account, and always be careful to protect your storage account key and avoid distributing it to users or hard coding it or saving anywhere in the plain text which is accessible to others. So always regenerate your account key using the portal if in case you believe that okay this storage account key has been compromised. So in this lecture, we just discussed about the limitations of storage account keys before moving into the shared access signature keys. So this is it, friends. In this lecture, a pretty short lecture, just to give you an idea that okay, why should we go ahead and use the shared access signature keys? So thank you for watching this lecture. Meet you in the next lecture.